The NBA has officially reached a point of absurdity so profound it forces us to question the very foundation of the product we're watching. The catalyst this time was a single, seemingly innocuous basketball play from a regular season game, where Dillon Brooks was assessed a flagrant foul for contact deemed unnecessary to the groin area of Nick Claxton. Let that ruling, in its clinical, sterilized language, sink in for a moment. It's a ruling that isn't just about one play, but serves as a perfect, damning microcosm of an entire era. It raises the central, uncomfortable question we've been circling for years: what in the world is actually happening to this league? We are witnessing the culmination of a deliberate, multi-year trajectory not towards evolution, but towards a sanitized, risk-averse, and emotionally neutered version of professional basketball. To understand how we got here, you have to examine the symbiotic relationship between the league's leadership and its players. It's a classic chicken or the egg dilemma. Are the players of this generation inherently softer, more focused on brand management and longevity over pure, gritty competition? Or is it a league office, fearful of controversy and driven by a specific corporate image, that has created a rulebook and an enforcement culture that actively discourages physicality and emotional friction? The unequivocal answer is both. These forces didn't arise in isolation. They met at a historical junction where societal shifts, the astronomical growth of athlete salaries and personal brands, and a desire for a more palatable global product all converged. The result is what we have today, a often thrilling, but fundamentally watered-down facsimile of the game that defined previous eras. Make no mistake, this iteration of basketball has its virtues. The peak athleticism is breathtaking. The skill level, particularly shooting and handle, has reached unprecedented technical heights. There are moments of individual genius that can suspend disbelief. But to claim these elements are exclusive to now is to suffer from a severe case of present-day bias, a prisoner-of-the-moment mentality. There have always been phenomenal athletes and skilled technicians. What has demonstrably changed, what has been systematically engineered out, is the sustained, grinding, physically punishing element of the game. The element where mental toughness was tested not just by a shooting slump, but by the constant, wearing assault of a hard screen, a clean but forceful foul, or a 7-game war of attrition against a genuine rival. When a play like the Brooks-Claxton incident is highlighted as a flagrant foul, it broadcasts a clear message: the threshold for acceptable physical contact has been lowered to almost comical levels. This philosophy creates a confusing, contradictory environment on the court. Just look at the other incidents from a single night. In Oklahoma City, Lou Dort and Jeremiah Fears engaged in a post-game scuffle that consisted largely of jersey pulling and theatrical pushing, with talk of someone being held back in a hallway, a spectacle that felt more performative than genuinely hostile. The response from Thunder coach Mark Daigneault was perhaps more telling than the scuffle itself. He deflected, suggesting the officials were at fault for not calling a foul to stop play and legislate the situation. This is a revealing mindset. Instead of acknowledging or even embracing a moment of competitive fire, the instinct is to outsource discipline and emotional regulation to the referees. This is especially ironic considering Daigneault's Oklahoma City Thunder are frequently cited by opponents as one of the most physically aggressive, borderline foul-prone teams in the entire league. Minnesota Timberwolves coach Chris Finch recently voiced the frustration of many, stating plainly that the Thunder foul a ton, all the time, creating a frustrating imbalance where one team's physicality is permissible while retaliation or matching it is penalized. This inconsistency points to a deeper sickness. The league has created a system where physicality is no longer a uniform, accepted part of the game, but a strategic gray area to be exploited by some and lamented by others. It encourages players and coaches to lobby officials rather than overtly challenge opponents. It leads to the bizarre, hollow confrontations we see now: the jersey grabbing, the chest-to-chest posturing without consequence, the scrums that look intense but dissolve instantly. This isn't competitiveness, it's pantomime. It's the illusion of conflict in an ecosystem designed to prevent real conflict. And that ecosystem was fundamentally built by the players themselves over the last 15 years. The erosion of physical play walks hand in hand with the death of genuine rivalry. The grabassery and jersey pulling didn't emerge in a vacuum. It began in earnest when the league's best players decided the ultimate goal wasn't to beat their chief rival, but to join them. The paradigm shifted from competition to consolidation. Why endure a brutal, physical, and uncertain path to a championship when you could collaborate with your supposed enemies, stack super teams, and secure a ring, or several, through superior talent aggregation? The incentive structure was utterly destroyed. The players who chose the harder path, who honored difficult contracts with mediocre teams and fought through the gauntlet, are now met with questions about why they didn't win more, their legacies somehow dinged for not taking the shortcut that has been normalized. The modern star is a brand-first entity. They are business partners. They train together in the off-season, star in commercials together, host each other on podcasts, and form alliances that transcend team affiliations. The idea of cultivating genuine, lasting enmity with another superstar is bad for business. It's limiting. It might close doors to future collaborations, both on and off the court. So, the battles are confined to the lines of the court, and even there, they are governed by an ever-tightening set of rules that discourage the kind of heat that could spill over and damage a valuable personal relationship. The result is a sport that often feels like a high-stakes exhibition rather than a genuine war of attrition. The physicality is muted because the emotional stakes, the pure hatred between franchises and players, has been largely extinguished. We are at the endpoint of that journey. The flagrant foul on Dillon Brooks is a logical conclusion. The scuffle between Dort and Fears is a logical conclusion. The coach blaming the refs instead of his players' fire is a logical conclusion. This is the sport now, a brilliantly marketed, highly skilled, often spectacular product that has willingly sacrificed a core component of its identity, the unvarnished, tough, and authentically competitive spirit that forged its legends in its most unforgettable moments. You can enjoy the show for what it is, the athleticism, the shooting, the narrative, but you must do so with the understanding that a line has been crossed. The game has been changed, deliberately and permanently, into something softer, safer, and more corporately manageable. There is no going back. The physical, rivalry-driven NBA of the past is gone, and in its place, we have this. Enjoy the parts you can, but don't mistake the polished, frictionless product for the raw, compelling sport it once was.